Well, millions across the country are celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month, which runs from mid-September to mid-October.
And right here at 30 Rockefeller Plaza, we're celebrating it too. In fact, we really wanted to show you the Hispanic Latino heroes among us, those who work hard every single day to bring you the news. So we sat down with several members of our news team from all corners of the diaspora to ask how their heritage impacts their lives, both personal and professional.
So I am Colombian, born and raised in a little city of Bucaramanga, Colombia.
My grandfather is originally from Mexico. My grandmother is originally from Spain.
It's a little complicated, so I'm half Puerto Rican, and my mom is from Maine.
Having the experiences with my Hispanic family absolutely influences the way that I look at almost every story that I do and the way that I approach all of the stories that I try to do.
So much of covering politics is not only understanding the candidates, but understanding the communities that these candidates are trying to get in touch with.
Especially when covering Latino issues and Hispanic issues, I go in there with more kindness and more humanity because I see myself in the people that I cover.
I, as a Mexican American, don't know what it's like to be a Venezuelan American or a Colombian American.
And I think there's a lot of nuance between what it means to be a Miami Cuban or, you know, you're El Salvadorian in Los Angeles or you're first-generation Mexican in, you know, McAllen, Texas.
It's important to not have just one singular Hispanic producer, correspondent, or even interview subject, because that one person's experience is not a reflection of the whole community.
Para mí, el idioma español es como una llave.
Usted entiende más, usted se puede relacionar más con esa gente.
Most people look at me and think I speak Spanish, and I feel bad that I'm not able to be fluent in communicating with them. It took me a while to realize that not speaking a language doesn't take away from the experiences I have from making tamales in their kitchen when I was a kid, and listening to the music, and experiencing the food and the culture and the family.
I moved to the U.S. in August 31st, 2006. I was 11 years old. My mom and I, it was so much colder than we thought it was going to be. We lived in Jersey, and to warm ourselves up, we would come to the city and just kind of go to the touristy spots. And 30 Rock was one of those spots. We walked right in front of Rockefeller Center and we took a picture. It's a terrible picture. There was like people behind us. It's not well framed, but it was one of the first times where we kind of saw like the magic of the United States. So we took that picture 15 years ago, right over there. And then now today, September 2021, I'm an associate producer at the same building that we stood in front of. There's nothing more important than your cultural identity and your language and where you come from. Va a ser parte de usted de aquí hasta que no estamos en este mundo.
So with us now, Señor Ricardo Montero Hernández. I have to thank you so much for being with us. And bueno, primero quiero hablar de tu mami. I want to talk about your mom first, because there's like not a dry eye in the studio watching that photo. And for people who don't know, number one, I have to thank you for being open to this series. Like, I was dreaming this series up, and I saw you waiting for a bagel and asked you to do this interview, and you were the first one to say yes. And the reason I asked you to do this interview is because of that photo. On your Instagram, you posted this photo and explained that when you came here, your mom used to clean buildings just like this, and you would go clean with her. And now you're standing in front of a building, years, 15 around, when you were standing outside just at 30 Rock looking in awe of this city. How does it feel to be here in this building and now have the job that you have?
It's hard not to get emotional about it. I'm always, every time I walk in here, every time I see the peacock and I see my face, even right now on the screen, it's hard not to feel some type of way, you know? We would clean together. We had all these dreams when we came to this country. And being one of the few people that immigrated here and was able to sit where I'm sitting right now, it's undescribable. And I owe my mom everything. Yeah. I mean, she fought so hard, worked so hard. I was there along with her, but there's no comparison. And I owe her everything. I mean, my name is Ricardo Montero Hernandez. Hernandez is for her.
That's beautiful.
So.
Yeah, we're almost out of time, but I want to ask you just, what do you want people here at the company, people in general who are watching, to know about you and your culture as we've sort of focused in on Hispanic Heritage Month right now?
this is the new face of America.
Yeah.
You know, this is the new face of the country that we live in, of politics, of media. And whenever you see the cleaners, whenever you go to a bank or you see those people, they could be me, you know, sitting here with you. So it's all about empathy. It's all about humanity. And it's remembering that there are many degrees of separation between the cleaners and the people sitting at the studio.
And so much to learn.
Right.
So much to learn from each other. Thank you.
Ricardo, first off, we are so proud of you, and we are so thankful to have you among us. And again, we're going to continue to bring you stories of more of the Latino heroes among us each week here at NBC News Now, because we think it's important that through this process, we not just celebrate people outside of this building, but the ones inside who serve us and you every single day.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.